LEGO Speed Champions are generally some of the smaller and more intricate sets on the market, but in some cases LEGO have decided to make bigger and more detailed versions of these sets, whether it be after the Speed Champ set has been released or even before. So in this video, let's take a look into some of my favourite Speed Champion sets that have got the much loved smaller versions and transitioned into the big and extremely detailed versions we all come to love even more. First things first, Brinko's picks where I shout out your favourite set from the previous video goes to Lolita Lim Campeo, and their favourite set is quite abruptly the F40, in which I'm assuming is one of the Speed Champions variants. Let me know your favourite set down in the comment below for a chance to be featured in my next video, and if you do enjoy this video, please do hit that subscribe button. It helps me more than you know and puts me that one step closer to 5,000 subscribers. But speaking of F40s, we currently have two versions in the Speed Champions lineup. Set 75890, the older 6-stud version of the Ferrari F40 competition, which is a staple Speed Champion set to say the least. And we also have the latest and greatest 8-stud version, being set 76934, the Ferrari F40, which has only just been released as of this year. Both sets are incredible in their very own ways, but there is in fact a bigger version of this model that some of us may not know about. Set 10248 is the incredibly detailed Ferrari F40 Creator Expert model, which is actually incredible. This car has 1,158 pieces and it retailed for $99.99 US way back in 2015. This set had it all. The rear hatch was hinged to open so you could proudly display that V8 engine, which smartly had a quick release function built in, allowing you to remove the engine and reinsert it with ease. The doors opened as expected, and so did the hood, with a built-in luggage compartment too. No matter how you display this set, it will be a masterpiece as it is. But from a masterpiece to a master spy, James Bond was chilling strong with Speed Champion set 76911, the 007 Aston Martin DB5. This set was released in 2022, had 298 pieces and retailed for the lovely price of $19.99 US. Being near enough 100% grey, you'd think it would look plain and boring, but not this set. The whole exterior seems to be covered in flat slab pieces with minimalistic stickers to highlight only the essential details, which really makes this set stand out. And let's be honest, the shapes that have been achieved with this is nothing short of perfection. From front to back, this set has not let me down, but the Creator Expert designers have also come out in force and refused to let me down too. Set 10262, James Bond's Aston Martin DB5 in the Creator Expert variant, coming in hot as heck back in 2018 with 1,290 pieces and retailing for a big bucky price of $149.99 US. This set resembles the Speed Champions variant quite a lot. The shapes achieved and the smooth look are near identical, but the only difference is that this is bigger and there's just way more pieces to achieve this look. Being bigger has allowed this set to feature hardly any stickers and actually have buildable details like the door handles, the bumpers, lights and so on, but the impressive features here are all the extras. Yes, the boot, bonnet and doors open, which is a nice touch, but there's plenty of 007 gadgetry involved here. This set has a working ejector seat, revolving number plates, bulletproof rear screen, front wing machine guns and even wheel mounted tyre scythes. If you watched my last video, you'll know I'm super keen on set 75888, the Porsche 911 RSR and the 911 Turbo. I just think both of these vehicles are incredible, and the fact that they're in a twin pack together, which only cost $29.99 US at some point, was actually a dream come true. Both vehicles are extremely detailed in their own ways. One has loads of stickers making up that race design, and the other used advanced shapes and angles to just turn it mean and aggressive. But from that, two separate larger scale models were born, one of each to be exact. The marginally smaller of the two is set 10295, the Icon Series Porsche 911. This set was released in 2021, had 1,458 pieces and it cost a whopping $169.99 US, but personally the price was worth it. You get to build this incredible vintage 911 in white with brown interior, all of the essential vintage 911 features were there, like the big bug-eyed headlights, the iconic whale tail spoiler, the huge rear windscreen, and it even had a removable roof. Any collector would be proud to display this 911, especially alongside the smaller Speed Champions variant. The RSR also got some love, but this time in the form of a Technic set, so you can imagine the details and craftsmanship behind this build. Set 42096, the Technic Porsche 911 RSR was released in 2019, had 1,580 pieces, and it was slightly more expensive than the previous, with this model sitting in at $179.99 US. But just looking at this set, you can actually see how much time and effort has gone into this. The black, red and white colour scheme, just like the Speed Champions version, is absolutely perfect, and the angles that some of these Technic panel pieces can create are mind-blowing. The rear end of the RSR definitely is just showing off now. From the rear splitter all the way up to the big fat wing, the details are off the charts. But like most Technic sets, these builds can be tricky, but the end result is definitely worth it, with only some of the extras including a working differential, independent suspension, a 6-cylinder boxer engine with moving pistons, and a fully detailed cockpit. Something not so detailed though has to be set 75871, the Speed Champions Ford Mustang GT, with only 185 pieces and retailing for $14.99 US. This has to be one of my least favourite Speed Champion sets. I mean, it's nice and I can see what they're going for, but to me personally this set missed the mark, and around that time frame there was much better Speed Champion sets around. The Mustang just looks extremely long and blocky up front, then really flat and stubby at the back. The proportions to me just seem off, but maybe this was harder to create than I give LEGO credit for. But worry not, albeit the Creator Expert set isn't the GT version, it's still a Mustang. Set 10265, the Ford Mustang was launched in 2019, and I have to say this one is impressive. Way more pieces on this one, with 1,471 of them, and a way bigger price tag sitting at $169.99 US. This set had a statement to make, and I really think LEGO made that. Just from visual impressions, it's honestly incredible. The dark blue colour with the dual white racing stripes just screams Mustang to me. Every shape, every angle and every feature has been nailed, from the front chrome bumper, the hood scoop, all the way to the trunk that is hiding that ever so important canister of nitrous. And there are even customization options available, including the supercharger add-on, the rear ducktail spoiler upgrade, beefier exhausts, a removable front chin spoiler, and even multiple interchangeable license plates to fit the vibe you're going for. You can even adjust the lift of the rear axle to make it just that little bit more mean. A crowd favourite being the Bugatti Chiron was first a Speed Champion set in 2017 with set 75878. This Bugatti Chiron had only 181 pieces and retailed for $14.99 US. Granted, this was also a 6-stud Speed Champion set, the details were a little lackluster and the overall look of the Bugatti did seem a little cramped and squashed. Nevertheless, the model itself was still ambitious and a great model to own. The two-toned blue and black really worked, and the light brown cream interior stood out. This was Speed Champion's first take at a Bugatti, and in all honesty, it could have been worse. 2025 is looking to be Speed Champion's Bugatti redemption in the 8-stud scene, but that's just speculation at the moment. Although 2018, Technic made an absolute statement with set 42083, the Technic powerhouse, the 1/8 scale Bugatti Chiron was an absolute work of art. This set had a mind-busting 3,599 pieces and retailed for a small fortune at $349.99 US. These 1/8 scale Technic sets have always made statements, and they are always as good as each other. I personally own the Technic Lamborghini Cyan, and I can confirm that this has to be one of the best, if not the best set I've ever constructed, and I'm sure this Chiron is no different. The blue on blue looks incredible, and all of the Chiron details are absolutely spot on. Being so large and having such big piece counts allows for some pretty amazing features, such as a working 8-speed gearbox with movable paddle shifters, working steering, moving pistons, and even a stylish Bugatti branded overnight bag that sits under the hood. But let's also not forget the Bugatti's top speed key that can be inserted to adjust the wing from the handling to the top speed position. This next one has to be the most modern comparison we have. Speed Champion set 76924 included a big and beefy Mercedes AMG G63. The complete set was released this year in 2024, had 808 pieces in total, and was priced reasonable for what you got at $44.99 US. The G-Wagon has a love-hate relationship within the community. Some people think it's lackluster on detail and looks ugly, whereas others think the blacked out look looks perfect and it's just built really well. SUVs are highly requested within the Speed Champions lineups, so this one had high expectations to uphold. But only 2 months later, LEGO wanted to chuck another huge G-Class at us in the form of set 42177, the Technic giant, the Mercedes-Benz G500 Professional line. Alright, different trim levels between the two, but both are huge bulky SUVs nonetheless. The Technic variant has 2,891 pieces and retailed for much more at $249.99 US. LEGO seemed to take a different angle with the colour scheme on this one. Instead of being so dark and blacked out, this one is so bright and vibrant in a real eye-catchy orange with black accents to complement. Now, being a Technic set, this obviously has incredible additions such as the huge chunky off-road wheels, a fully detailed 6-cylinder inline piston engine, a working gearbox with neutral and reverse settings, and even 2 differential locks for all of those extreme off-road activities. Other usual Technic features include opening doors and tailgates, working suspension and steering, as well as the additional accessories in the form of ladders, spare wheels, and even a roof rack with buildable storage boxes. This G500 on display is such an eye-catching piece, and if you can afford it, I definitely recommend it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Please make sure to comment your favourite set for a chance to be featured in my next video, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will definitely be seeing you in the next one.